Hey, everybody, this is Marley K. Hope you all are well. I have a wonderful story for you. It's not a story, it's like a piece about universal basic income and how it's going to be tied to cryptocurrency and how it's going to be used in micro communities, which is basically a cute name for smart cities. So, this story came out in November of 2020. That was the year that the Rona had taken over the country and we were all locked down and going out of our minds. So I want to read this story to you because it's really interesting. And, you know, we keep hearing about all these different things, digital currency, smart cities. And I've been talking to you for the last probably month or so, just about, connecting the smart cities with the broadband internet and the push to get inner city people to have free or low cost Wi-Fi. Um, just everything, and I just did a story about the universal basic income, so that is going to be tied to the story as well, because they have been doing this in America, and they've been talking about the universal basic income, but they have not talked about how this free money has been disseminated to these people and how they use it. So um, these people already have a plan and they already have these little micro projects that they've been using all over the world to experiment with smart cities and universal basic income. And so I just want to connect all the dots for you because this is where this world is headed, especially the industrialized rich nations. So I want to talk about it because I want you to understand that I'm not making this stuff up. It's out here. You can look it up yourself. The article will be in the description. You can follow the dots and figure it out for yourself. But if you live in an inner city or black city like DC, Detroit, Baltimore, Atlanta, Chicago, say Houston, um, I will say LA, but I don't even know if LA is all that black anymore. But any place, excuse me, especially across the South, where there are lots of poor black people, they're going to be offering this because they want to keep black people. They want the whole country for themselves, and they want to keep poor people where nobody can see them. They're going to give you a little bit of money. They're going to keep you pacified and keep you in prison. You're basically going to be on a new plantation, and data is going to be the new cotton. Okay, so learn about the ambitious blockchain based universal basic income experiment, Circles UBI, and how it plans to bring UBI to everyone. So it didn't say some people, it say everybody. So even if you don't want it, you're going to get it. All right. Universal basic income, UBI, is touted as a possible solution to income inequality. By providing every member of a society with an unconditional basic income to cover their essential living needs, proponents of UBI believe that it could alleviate poverty, reduce income inequality, and increase society's economic well being. I just want to remind you that during the 2020 election cycle, the national election cycle, y'all remember Andrew Yang kept talking about the universal basic income, universal basic income, universal basic income, and they did a pilot after the election cycle in California, or maybe they did it that same year. I'm not sure, but they kept talking about it. These people don't come up with this stuff and put it out in the atmosphere for no reason. They were already working on it. And, you have to look at people like Andrew Yang as uh, an op. He was an op. It's predictive programming. So they put it out in the atmosphere to get people thinking about it. And they were actually starting to implement this stuff and roll it out in 2020. Now here it is, 2023. I just found this article today, but the only reason I did was because it was tied to the Chicago universal income story. I'm sorry, my allergies are really bad. I don't know what's happening. Everybody has bad allergies, but I don't know. I guess it's just because of the weather. So I apologize. My throat is just really scratchy. Now, the universal income has also arrived on the blockchain in the form of Circles UBI. Discover how Circles UBI plans to leverage blockchain technology and cryptocurrency to bring universal basic income to a global audience. Do you hear this? I'm going to read this again. Discover how Circles UBI plans to leverage blockchain technology and cryptocurrency to bring universal basic income to a global audience. So that means this is a pilot that they're going to introduce everywhere. And if they're going to introduce it everywhere, that means you know who is probably behind it. We're not going to even talk about those WEF people. Them folks. That's what we're going to call them. Them folks. Okay, so what is Circles UBI? See how they have all the little people, black, white, old, male, female, disabled, different colors. So they want to get you all caught up in this equality thing. So that's the equality symbolism that they want you to get all touchy-feely about. Circles UBI is a newly launched blockchain venture that aims to promote economic activity in local communities, aka smart cities. They're going to want you to use this in smart cities, in your 15-minute cities. The Berlin-based project aims to achieve that by providing anyone that joins Circles with an unconditional universal basic income in the form of personalized digital currency. Did you hear that? Personalized digital currency that can be used to transact with other members of the Circles community. The more people join the Circles UBI community, the more possibilities will exist to spend the personalized currencies. This will create a network effective that will eventually lead to each personal currency being worth the same as all other personal currencies, the project's white paper claims. This part I do not understand about the worth of the currency unless digital currency is only going to be worth, this type of digital currency is only going to be worth what the people in the group believe it's worth because they are bartering. So it's basically a bartering system, except for it's run by other people who want to know your business. Why do you need that when you can barter on your own, except for you won't be able to go to a store and barter, which is why I've been telling everybody to prep and do all the stuff that you need to do, because you're not going to be able to have money if you don't participate in this system. You won't have currency, and I hate to say money, or something of value that is nationally and locally recognized by the business industry to trade for stuff that you need out of stores. So it's really going to be important that you plug into your local economies to know who's bartering and what they'll accept and what they won't accept. It's also important that you also make sure you have skills and you also have things of value that you could trade with other people. The more people join the Circles, I think I already read that. So the Circles UBI program is the result of a 7-year journey. Now notice I said this article came out in 2020. If it was a 7-year journey, that means this article had to come out in this project came out 2013, 2012, 2013. According to the project's founder, Martin Koppelman, he tweeted, there's no tweet here. So it says, how does it work? The Circles protocol leverages smart contracts to create a new personalized currency for each person who joins the community. The digital currency is minted regularly and added to the person's account to form the basis of Circles' UBI. Arguably, the most exciting aspect of Circles' UBI program is that anyone with an internet connection can join. So you remember I was telling you about all this push for this broadband internet, getting poor people computers and tablets and phones. They want everybody poor and old to have a cell phone, so, and you can use it and it's wireless connected. This is what all this stuff is about. It's going to lead to this Internet of Things, where you're not going to be able to escape being tracked. And they're doing these test pilots everywhere. They've been doing them, but people don't know about it because nothing is cohesive and together. This is a Berlin project, but they're doing a project in California. They may be doing a project in Massachusetts. They may be doing something in South America. They may be doing something in Europe, but we don't know because we don't share information. So I'm here trying to put all the pieces together. So as you can see, I'm going to try to blow this up a little bit. They have the cell phone or the smartphone. And so they have the steps. So the first step is to sign up. Second step is to get trusted. Third step is to receive your circles. Fourth step is to use your circles. To join, you need to sign up via the website with a username and email address. That's how you're going to be tracked. Then you need to get 3 individuals to trust your profile who are already a part of the Circles community, which means you're going to have to recruit people. If you want to join Circles or trade or do whatever in your local community, you're going to have to do Circles, or you have to recruit your own people so that you can share in your circle. So I don't know if you can see this, but I'm going to try to blow this up. So this looks like people have stuff in circles, like things that they want to trade. Somebody has some type of mini skirt. It says maybe American size 6 or 8, has pockets, made out of sweatshirt material. And it has 3 circles. So that's how much they're going to sell this for. And then somebody beneath it has some old slingback, some kind of slide shoes that are silver. So they're just holding them up, but the message underneath is not visible, so you can't see it. So this whole circles thing, when they talk about smart cities and you're going to only be in a 15-minute city, you're going to be there because whatever people got in that community, that's all you're going to have. You're not going to be able to leave it. And you're going to have to join these circles, or, use this, I guess, amount of money. So they're going to give you some money, whatever you have. The people in your circle, those are the only people you're going to be able to trade with. And so you're going to be able to trade for whatever, but only within the people that you can recruit to trust you. And so it's going to have to be people that you know, and probably people that's in your community. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to trade with anybody, and your circles would be useless. And that circle is a currency. So it allows you to trade more and get more valuable stuff. But it is insane. Like, I'm just thinking about it, and it's scary to me. And not only that, but this whole system allows whoever controls it to know everything you purchase, anytime you communicate with people, anytime you want to trade something in your home, you got to take a picture of it and post it. It's done with your cell phone. So you always monitor, you have to carry it. It's policing on a whole other level. Like, if you don't understand where this thing is going, I don't know what to say for you. It's over. To join, you need to sign up via the website with a username and email address. Then you need to get the 3 individuals to trust the profile who will already be a part of the Circles community. The idea is to create circles of friends or people who know and trust each other in which value exchanges using the Circles digital currency can take place. Why do we need this? Like, why can't I just go next door to my neighbor and be like, hey, Betty, I have a shirt. Would you like it? Betty says, yes. How much do you want for it? $5. Betty gives me $5. I give Betty the shirt. I go back home. Betty got her shirt. Nobody needs to know about my transaction. But this is a form of policing that is like no other I've ever seen. And this is coming to us because so many people don't know about it. People don't understand it. People don't care. You can't tell people nothing. People just look at you like you're crazy when you try to tell them about this stuff. And, you know, we are 10 years in, maybe longer. They've been talking about this stuff with the World Economic Forum for years. So they're ready to implement this. And people don't know it, and it's scary. Once you qualify as trustworthy, which means you have to get people you know or people you don't know to trust you, you will receive your crypto universal basic income at a rate of 240 circles per month plus $100 circles upon sign up. So you're going to have 340 circles per month to trade with people for stuff that they have. You can then use circles as a medium of exchange within your community of associated circles you deem trustworthy enough to do business with. Why do we need this? This is so crazy. Who comes up with this stuff? I'm about to be cussing because I don't understand it. But anyway, trust plays an integral role in the Circles network as participants should only transact with individuals they trust. This is the snitch system. This is the social credit score. So if they don't trust you, then your score goes down. If they don't trust you, you can't trade. When you trust another Circles community member, you are effectively saying that the Circles are worth as much as yours. Therefore, their personal digital currencies can be exchanged one-to-one with yours. The system of trust within each Circles community is what should also mitigate the issue of multiple fake accounts trying to get their hands on free money. Simply put, if you don't trust someone, you shouldn't transact with them. Additionally, as another defense layer against Sybil attacks, trust can be revoked. I don't know what a Sybil attack is. This is like a video game to me. It's so stupid. I mean, it is real dumb. I ain't doing this. It's stupid. Anywho, what's more, to discourage hoarding and encourage economic activity, Circles comes with a built-in annual inflation schedule that increases the number of circles issued to each individual. So that means it's programmable. So they're going to be keeping track of your local economy. So if the price of things increases or there's a national inflation, then your circles will go up. Each person that joins as a new member will receive their CRC as the going issuance rate. Oh my God, this is so terrible. Upon announcement of Circles UBI, crypto experts were quick to point out the security flaws in the sign-up process. Instead of creating a Circles account using a secure D-app browser, the sign-up procedure involves entering a private key during an insecure in-browser sign-up process. As Uniswap Founder Hayden Adams pointed out on Twitter, entering a private key in a web browser is horrible for security, a bad user experience for existing cryptocurrency users, and trains new crypto users in bad habits. Well, it don't make no difference anyway. It ain't like nothing is going to be protected. The government going to know all your business anyhow. That's why they want you to stick your information in the doggone phone from the beginning. Oh my God, this is so foolish. Anywho. He also added that each identity created on Circles is a Gnosis safe contract that allows for adding the private key to the app browser at a later stage. Simplicity is an important factor for Circles' UBI experiment to succeed, but if it means sacrificing security, challenges are poised to arise in the future. A superior sign-on solution would be the ability to use the Trustwallet D-app browser in the same way that crypto collectibles marketplace OpenSea provides. I don't know nothing about none of this stuff because I don't use cryptocurrency. I think it's all a sham. I did a paper. I wrote an essay because I studied the white paper of the original cryptocurrency, and it basically was a smart contract. And when I found out what it was about, I was like, this, and it was created by somebody who did work for a university. They worked for a university, but they also worked with the federal government in a capacity that I won't talk about here. But if you read the white paper of what it is, it's basically the police. As a Black person, I just I can't get down with it. So it's like, why would anybody sign up for this? This is the dumbest thing ever. But because most people think about it from a currency, money value, and trading, and they don't really understand the smart contract piece, who created it and the purpose of it. And when they find out who created it, they are going to be devastated. They could all feel like fools. So to connect to OpenSea, crypto users can utilize Trust Wallets in the app browser to seamlessly connect their Ethereum wallet while having complete control over their private keys without exposing them to security risks. In addition to enhanced security using a D-app browser, all this stuff is telling you how to get into it. Will Circle 6, I'm not going to read it because I don't know anything about it. And to me, it's just useless information for right now because I don't care about that. I care about, is it going to work and what we're going to have to do, what they're going to force us to do, what is it going to look like? Will Circle's UBI succeed? Circle's crypto-powered global universal basic income program is arguably one of the most exciting UBI experiments today. Is stupid exciting. Most stupidest UBI experiments to date. Let's say that. Previously, UBI pilots programs typically focused on small communities located in a particular region or demographic. Conversely, Circles UBI is accessible to anyone across the globe with an internet connection and a basic understanding of digital money. However, that does not mean that Circles will be a success. So this is why you see all this push for internet. I mean, everywhere I go, you see them putting down these fiber optic lines and these broadband lines, broadband wires, digging up the highways, laying this stuff down. This stuff is everywhere. So you think you're gonna be able to get away from the internet? You are not. It's going to be terrible. It all comes down to trust, just like bartering. All it is bartering, except for it's on a digital platform somewhere recorded and somebody's monitoring it and somebody has the power to determine whether or not you can trade or not. Unlike if I had butter and I need to go down the street and somebody had eggs and I could take my butter to the person and ask for a couple eggs and we exchange. Nobody knows what we did. We come back home. The person got their butter. I got my eggs. I can make my cake or do whatever I'm going to do with my eggs and we're golden. Trust plays an integral role in the Circle's UBI system. And trust is difficult to come by, especially online. Users have the ability to trust the personal currencies of other users, which requires them to treat this personal currency as identical to any other circle's currencies that they hold. As the social graph becomes more interconnected, these personal currencies converge on one single global monetary system. The project's white paper explains. In other words, for circles to succeed as the base currency for a global universal basic income program, individuals who take part will need to trust that their currency is worth as much as the currency of the person they are dealing with. Again, it's stupid. What is the difference between this and bartering without the government knowing that you're bartering? It's just stupid. If you are engaging in small scale economic activity within your circle of friends or in your neighborhood, the smart cities, prison camps, open air prison camps, the level of trust you will have for the people you interact with will be high. However, scaling to a global level will become challenging, especially when you start to engage in commerce online. So this is the first time that they mention commerce. Taking a quick look at the hashtag CirclesUBI on Twitter, you'll find scores of individuals asking for existing circles early adopters to provide them with trust so that it can join. At first glance, this does not look like the trust-based economy the founders are envisioning, and I agree. So how are you going to have a global platform and I'm supposed to trust, Nikolai in Russia? I don't know him from a can of paint, but I'm supposed to trust him. And he sends me a message on social media and be like, hey, trust me. I want to join your circles. Then he robs all of us blind. Like, it's the dumbest thing ever. It's just stupid. This stuff is stupid. I'm just going to tell you, it's stupid. I don't even know how people sit up and talk about it and play with it. It's dumb. How much are circles actually worth? Aside from the community members trusting that each other's currency has value. So the currency only has value if you say it has value. If I get in a group and somebody says, "Oh, you're not a good person, so we're going to revoke your circle's membership. You can't be in our stuff." Then the value of my money goes down, or my currency. It's not money, it's currency. So if they say that, then, or if they get mad at me, I can't buy nothing. What about racism? Think about all the racists who will get on there and be like, we're white, we're gonna be white and make our currency strong and make sure the black people don't have no currency. Or what if we're in a circle with a bunch of poor people and we need to get in other circles so we can go get stuff from people who have stuff? This is not going to work. Do you hear what I say? If we have the power to determine whether or not a currency is valuable or not valuable, and people are trusted and not trusted, then we give people the power to play God. And people who already have power and more wealth and more privilege will ruin this digital currency just like they ruin everything else. It's not going to work. Oh, Jesus, come and get us. Okay. Since circles are a bundle of personal digital currencies and are not freely tradable in any recognized secondary market, how do CRC holders know how much their money is worth? Two people in Berlin could agree on a very different value for one CRC than two people in Mumbai, Nairobi, or Seoul. The goals of circles are to foster local economic interactions, because you're going to be stuck in them damn smart cities, those 15-minute cities, and you're going to have to get Miss Jessie May shoes and Mr. Bubbles pants and whosoever's whatever they're selling in your 15-minute city. Oh my God. Okay. And to Value those things which are not seen, are invisible, or are not valued under our current system. Circles is a building network, is building new networks to acknowledge those fundamental things that in the current system don't have a euro value. I don't know what that means. The project explains. Essentially, the Circles team wants its digital currency to be used to create micro economies that are based more on exchanges of intangible value as opposed to a monetary amount per transaction. So they want to get away from using money and they want you to just make up stuff. Um, Intangibles, things you can't put a price on, things you can't touch. Excuse me, like my time. I I don't understand. I just don't understand. I don't understand, y'all. I just don't understand. While this is a noble intention, it will not change the fact that the majority of circle holders will want to know how much their digital money is worth in euros, dollars, or Bitcoin, and that, as with all currency, will be decided by market forces. Only at this point will we see how an open blockchain UBI program that issues a cryptocurrency backed by trust will fare in the real world. So this is the end of this story, and it is so stupid, but that's all I can say. I'm gonna keep saying it till it's get here. Hopefully, I'm not here when it gets here. I am going someplace else, like caught up, gone, Exodus, back to Africa, any place but in the West where this stuff is going to be implemented. So I'm going to click on the Circles UBI site, and Circles is an alternative currency where communities can give each other a basic income without waiting for the state. So they're going to create imaginary money out of nothing of value so that we can just say, oh, we got currency and we can just go, and it's money. We can just go and do whatever we want in our communities. It's so stupid. It's ridiculous. So I just want to see, I'll include a link to this site, but I want to see if I can find out about where this came from. So it looks like businesses and individuals can join. Circles for business. There's no about because I want to kind of know who created this. And this may be a project for another time. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this to come up. Okay, let's see. The idea of the Circles basic income system has been around since around 2013. It was initiated by Martin Koppelman. Circles was built and launched in October 2020 by Julio Linares, Sarah Friend, ADZ, a bunch of other people, with funding and support from Martin. Look at Martin. Woo. Notice there are no black people, because we wouldn't have come up with this stupid shit. Excuse my French. Okay, so I'm going to do something. Since this is Martin Koppelman, I'm going to look and see who Martin is. And again, I will include this thing in this link to Circles. I don't see anything about him. Okay, so I'm going to go to LinkedIn. Okay. 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 So Gnosis is a prediction market platform on Ethereum. I don't know. Everything about this man just kind of seems to show up from 2010, 2013. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I just don't know. Anywho, we have to dig more to find out about this person because there's a dead cat on the line. That's all I'm going to say. So, with that said, I'm going to leave it here. But I would like for you to understand where smart cities, digital currency, uh, CBDC, all this 15-minute CDs, all this stuff is tied together. You cannot do one without the other. And you're trying to figure out, well, how are they going to do it? This is what it's going to look like. You're not going to be able to leave your community. You're going to be trading with people in your community. And can you imagine a bunch of inner city poor people having to be in circles with each other and nobody has anything? So it's going to not be a good situation. Um, and then the government is going to control all of it so they can turn it off and turn it on whenever they get ready. So if there's somebody who has means and can trade, or you could trade outside of your circle and go someplace else, the government can be like, oh, you